Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. I have some more of my battles for you to start off this new season. And we have 3 Pokemon all with changes. First up, Gastradon with Water Pulse, now 5 less energy. Fearow, that's right, Fearow is now part of the meta really. Peck got buffed. It is now a clone of Shadow Claw. 8 energy is Peck. It's a very solid fast attack now, along with Drill Run and the buffed Drill Peck, which Fearow now has access to. And then Shadow Kanto Ninetales with the new reworked Ember. Ember was already a solid fast attack, but now it generates 9 energy. It does a lot less damage. It used to be more of a damage-centric fast attack. Now it generates 9 energy, which makes it along the lines of Fairy Wind and Poison Sting the fastest energy generation fast attack in the game, other than, of course, Lock-On on things like Registeel. So here we go. We're also having some fun with Solar Beam as the second attack on our Ninetales. Rise, are you running Solar Beam because it's actually good? Or should I be running Overheat? You should probably be running Overheat, in my opinion. Or maybe Scorching Sands. But Solar Beam is fun. And we're running Solar Beam. And maybe we will land some. So let's see what happens here. We start off against a Corviknight, which is a little bit of a core breaker, honestly. But Water Pulse, you're going to see, is going to help us out in this matchup. We take multiple Air Cutters here, and because our opponent doesn't throw on the best timing, I think that's going to actually allow us to get off this next Water Pulse here. If they throw in better timing, I don't think we would have reached this second Water Pulse. But we get a shield advantage, which is pretty nice for us. And we're going to come in with Ninetales. Go for a big farm down, and gonna put up the Protect Shield here. Save some health on our Ninetales. We get this big energy lead. What is going to come in to greet us? Uh-oh. It's a Carbink. This is devastating for our back line. But wait, do we have a way out? Bang! Huge Solar Beam. I pivot into Fearow. Maybe I could have got away with the Drill Peck. Honestly, I don't think so, honestly. I don't think Drill Peck quite KOs from here. Carbink's so bulky. So I go for the Drill Run. They shielded, unfortunately. I really needed them to let this go. And these rock throws are chunking, man. And I build up 1 extra. But I think that was actually a little bit of a mistake, because what we're going to see in the back here is a Marowak. And I do get off a parting Drill Peck here. But unfortunately, my Ninetales is just too far away. If I was only 1 away somehow, could have maybe squeezed out a win here, but unfortunate. We landed a Solar Beam, and we still lost the game. How unfortunate is that? They didn't fear the Fearow, unfortunately, in this first game, but we had fun. We landed a Solar Beam. We're not going to give up, and we get a few pretty crazy wins. And then, dude, I don't know what happened, actually. Yeah, I'm remembering now. We literally... You're going to see what happens. Okay. So, remember the team that we just played, right? It was Corviknight, Carbink, Marowak. Now we're seeing, just in reverse order, Carbink, Corviknight. Our Ninetales is matched up against the Corviknight here. They're going to shield our Weather Ball. Charge attack priority. And, man, Ninetales is so fast to Weather Ball. Remember, Weather Ball, I didn't mention, got buffed as well. So, Weather Ball does more damage now. We're going to throw this Weather Ball here. We are going to grab his second Protect Shield. We're going to go back to back. Is there any way this Weather Ball knocks out Corviknight from this range? It does. So not only do we take Switch advantage, but we take a Protect Shield advantage as well. We line up our Gastro onto the Carbink, and then we have Fearow onto Marowak. So this is just a really commanding position for us. Up a shield. They do bait us with the Bone Club. That's fine. Just going to get him into Drill Peck range and fire this off before the Rock Slide. The Drill Peck knocks out. And we still have our very healthy Gastrodon lurking in the back, but we'll chip away with our Fearow while we're here. Drill Run doing super effective damage to the shiny Carbink. Throw another Drill Run here. And going to pivot out into Gastro to finish the job. He's going to fire off a Moonblast. Carbink's not giving up yet. He's not calling it quits. Not giving up till the bitter end. I respect it. I admire the fight, Carbink. I admire the no-quit attitude. 2-3 that set, but I think those were the only 2 games we played with that team. So it was actually more of a 1-1 with that team. Then we go straight into this next set with the team. The trainer's name is Hug. Maybe they need a hug. Let me know in the comments section. Do you need a hug? And then look at this. 3rd game in a row. Carbink, Corviknight. What is this? No one could have made a video already. It was too early. It was like 30 minutes into the season when this happened. It was too early. No one, Home Slice Henry, Jonkus, they could not have made a video. It was too early at this point. Well, maybe not for them. They're very fast. Maybe they did already make a video. We take Switch. We don't quite reach a Solar Beam onto Carbink here. That would have been nice, but I think we were 1 Ember shy. We do keep the alignment. In comes Marowak, and this should be pretty smooth sailing. We do got to be careful, though. If they start baiting us, things could get a little bit awkward, and they do successfully bait us with the first Bone Club. But Peck to Drill Peck is just so fast, man. Just so fast. 5 Pecks to every Drill Peck. So even with these baits, Marowak's going to have trouble outpacing us, and we actually correctly shield the next one. And yeah, I think he's 2 Mud Slaps away, so I do 2 and throw. This is kind of unnecessary. Like, I probably could have just done 1 and throw. But I guess I'm maximizing my energy for no reason other than to maximize it, because I could swap out anyway. And then gonna throw the Water Pulse here. Rise, is Water Pulse the play over Earth Power now? I think it's really your choice. I think Earth Power used to be like the clear choice for the most part, just because it was a lot stronger than Water Pulse. But now that Water Pulse is cheaper, and even more so than Water Pulse being cheaper and better coverage for like flyers, it's more so the fact that Body Slam got buffed. You can get away with like the Body Slam coverage against things as well, where maybe you're better off with that coverage as opposed to like the harder hitting Earth Power, I think, for Gastradon. So I think either or really works for Gastro right at the moment, versus before it used to be pretty clear-cut Earth Power in my opinion. Now I think you can kind of run both depending on what you're seeing. We lead against this Shiny Shadow Hypno. I was a little bit slow on the swap there, so I get a 1-turn swap. It's just an Ice Punch, luckily. In comes Mandibuzz. Their Hypno should be dry, so I shouldn't have to worry about Hypno getting to a move against anything later. I built up a ton. Unfortunately, they don't fall for any shenanigans. They don't shield a potential overheat. They are going to fire off an attack here. I decide to shield. I think they're 2 Snarls away here, so I actually decide to throw on alignment and CMP them on my Weather Ball. And they put up a Protect Shield. I decided at this point to let it go because I want to save a shield for Fearow. Fearow is very frail, so you typically want to save a Protect Shield for Fearow. These Pecks are chunking. Could have gone for like a catch onto my Gastro, but I decided not to. I think a catch would have been kind of nice here to save this health on Fearow, but it's a Torterra in back. And I guess we get a little bit bailed out here because Torterra can do nothing against the Fearow, and this is just such a dominant matchup. Super effective Peck, super effective Drill Peck while resisting the Mud Slap damage heavily. And yeah, I think we just peck everything down at that point. So the opponent decides to top left. And that is a good game. I think it's got to be coming up soon. I don't want to play spoiler, but I think a pretty big Solar Beam lands. Oh, no. I remember this game all too well. Because whenever I see... There's certain trainers' names I see, and I know if I lose, before the game even ends, I know the GG is coming. And they surprise me. They do the Safe Swap Primeape. Normally, Shadow Primeape running Ice Punch, but they are running the Close Combat, and they almost one-shot my Gastradon with the close combat. Essentially, now I'm playing 2 against 3, and we got to try and come back. And here we go. Empoleon, gonna fire off the Hydro Cannon. We're going to go for the drill run here, and it's caught onto a Regidrago. Nice catch by them. And going to go for the drill peck here. Kind of hoping that they decide to shield this. I feel like them shielding this could open up my only win condition. But they let it go instead. And the game's just over because Empoleon has too much energy. So Empoleon's going to reach 2 Hydro Cannons to one-shot me before I can ever get to 2 Weather Balls. So I decide to top left. Before I can even get the good effort animation, I'm already getting good games in the chat. I'm scarred for life. Sometimes I hope when I top left early enough, it'll like eliminate the possibility of the of getting reached out to for the good game tag, but it's all good. I'm exaggerating. I'm being a weenie. I'm being a weenie. I got totally outplayed that game, by the way. Really well played by HD. Congrats to them on the win, and honestly, good game to them. They played that really well, and cool with the close combat as well. And the Shadow Primate definitely caught me off guard. Aqua Tail shielded here. Shadow Gyarados, a cool Pokemon. I think we touched on it last video a little bit. Dragon Breath plus Aqua Tail is so fast. Only 9 turns to the Aqua Tail. I decided to swap in Gastrodon here after going shields down, which is kind of a bold move. And unfortunately, I don't think I quite get the Mud Slap down here before another attack. So this is not looking great for us. Not looking great. And what's going to come in? Oh, it's Runerigus, and I don't get to the Water Pulse. So yes, I could have thrown the Body Slam, but that wouldn't have done much to the Ghost type. I overfarm a little bit. And Runerigus, of course, has access to Brutal Swing, has access to Rock Tomb. And I think we kind of threw him off with our counts here. And he maybe didn't realize how fast Peck is now. And we get to 2 moves with our Fearow. In comes Marowak. I get to another Drill Peck. He's at 4. He's already at the Bone Club. He's 1 away from Rock Slide. So he should be throwing here. But once again, he doesn't realize how fast we are. I think a Rock Slide would have knocked us out from there. But we get away with one. We get away with one there. So I don't think we should have won that game personally, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It was Niantic's way of giving me a break after I so pleasantly dealt with my biggest pet peeve of getting dominated and then getting immediately hit with the GG. Here we go. We take the Icy Wind, and because I don't have Earth Power, that is just not a very good matchup for our Gastro. And here is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Boom! Solar Beam lands on the Gastrodon. Bye, Gastrodon. But this game's not over. This game is not over because this is still a little bit awkward. We're kind of weak to this Dragonair and Dugong core. I mean, what do I want to do here? I come in with Gastro because I have energy to threaten the Dragonair. And I know Fearow doesn't want to take Dragonair's energy by any means, so I decided to take the Body Slam here. They catch onto Dugong. But now I'm up a shield. He's going to be within Drill Peck range, so I'm feeling like we still have a shot here. The Ice Shards aren't doing too much to Fearow, but they are definitely chunking. And I'm going to make sure to overfarm in case he lets it go. I want to have energy for that Dragonair. And now that I get the final shield, I'm going to overfarm as much as possible because I know the switch timer is coming up. And I want to make sure if Dragonair switches in, I can throw a Drill Peck at it. And there we go. I throw a Drill Peck at Dragonair. This should knock out even though I'm double debuffed. And I'm only 2 pecks away from the Drill Peck. And we come away with the win. I think the way we played that was probably optimal. I just feel like coming in with Fearow against the loaded energy of the Dragonair would have been pretty awkward for us. So I think coming in with our Gastro to like use our energy there, peel the shields away from them. I think that set up our Fearow for success versus if they kind of forced the shields from us first, that might have made things more awkward where we just kind of got oppressed down by them. So there you go. Rank 4, rank 5. Let's go, baby. Do I have another battle? No. We change up the team after this. And I think I spent some time trying to figure... I spent like several minutes. I probably spent like 12 minutes trying to figure out what I wanted to run next. But stay tuned later today. Stay tuned later today if you guys want to check out on my live stream, simul streaming on YouTube and over on the Twitch side as well. I've got a couple teams featuring Peck, Aurasphere, and Dazzling Gleam Togekiss I'm excited to try out today. We'll have some fun with that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, comment down below. Also submit me your battles with cool Pokemon. Anything that's been updated, unique, I'd love to feature on the channel. Things that you've been running that you think would be entertaining for people to see, of course. Feel free to submit them to me. Link is in the description of every single YouTube video on how to do that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I very much hope to see you in the next video. Peace.